Okay, so while I was printing vinyls for the 3-way head-to-head challenge, I also wanted to test this out. This is the Teckwrap sticker vinyl that they sent me. I do want to point out, and I don't actually have to take a piece out to point this out. This is matte. It's not marked on the package that it's matte. So you are used to vinyl being shiny. If you look at this side, you're going to think this is your printing side. Absolutely not. Your ink will just sit right on top of this glossy surface. This is matte sticker paper, not glossy. If you're ever unsure of what product you're working with or what you've got in a product, just give it a little peel on the back side. Because I honestly wasn't sure. I thought that what I'd seen was that they had matte sticker paper. But I wanted to double check, so I peeled it, and you can see this is glossy, glossy both sides. And this is the sticky side. So, if you print the wrong side, you're just going to have a very, very wet mess. So, I'm going to trim this down. I cannot remember if this image, I think this image loaded at the standard 9.2 by 9.3 by 8.2. I may have resized it slightly, and hopefully I didn't resize it too small. This is A4 paper, so it's not quite letter size. I'm just going to put it right up to my cup. See, I have quite a bit to trim off. I really prefer my image like 8 when I'm doing a wrap. But when you have a pre-sized image without distorting it, you can only go so short. So I don't really want to cut into the baby too much. So what I'm going to do is cut the top just above the horns. I'll take that out of there later. And then I should be able to cut just a little bit up into the actual image. Perfect. That's exactly what I like. Okay. So, I've been loving their holographic vinyl. So, let's see how I like their sticker vinyl. I've been struggling with my hands. It's very cold and damp today. It also probably doesn't help that this is so slick and glossy. There we go. Oh, nope. Look, I still didn't get the whole thing. What on earth? I'll put that in the bloopers reel, right? Oh my God, what is my problem? This is terrible. I mean, not the product, me. I'm terrible. Alright, between the tape and the transfer, or the tape and the weeding tool. This has a pretty stiff backing, I will say. And of course, I'm touching the vinyl with my hands that I've been touching all my cup turner arms with. They're a little greasy. So I'm going to peel that and put it back-ish. I was going to ink the top rim and the bottom rim. Right. I'm going to use a dark green on the bottom and an orange on the top. If I can find an orange. I'm going to use the Pinata Rainforest Green and the Calabaza Orange because they're pretty vibrant colors. And I'm just going to use a piece of a makeup wedge. This had a different green color, but it's fine. It's not going to hurt it. And these are both from the original Pinata Exciter pack, and they're very vibrant colors, so I think they'll work well for this type of technique. So, inks dry almost instantly, so I'm not going to worry about letting this sit. I'm just going to kind of line up. Did I cut it anywhere near straight? Well, my top edge is straight, my bottom edge is not. So, I cut the excess off the wrong end. Because apparently I am just having one of those days. So, I'm actually going to mark it with my blade where I'm off. I actually haven't been having one of those days. I've actually been doing pretty good today. So I'm not sure why I'm all of a sudden having problems. I can't see it if I do it that way. I tell you. There we go. Maybe for the last time. My vinyl is rolling up in my tape runner. That's interesting. Tape runner. Edge, paper cutter? Paper trimmer? Whatever the heck that is. And I'm getting glitter all over this. So yeah, we'll probably just put a cheat in it. And I'm still slightly off, but you know what? There comes a time when you have to say good enough. If I keep trimming it, I'm going to end up with nothing left of the image. So I'm going to use my felt squeegee so I don't wreck my printing. I'm going to flip it over and get the backer started. Typically the backers come off on their own, but sometimes with the vinyls you need, or the printable vinyls, you need to give them a little bit more encouragement till they'll get going on their own. I don't know why it is, it's just something I've noticed. Sometimes they just don't like to go on their own. Okay, I just thought the Watercolor Cow was really, really cute. I know Highland cow stuff is a big deal all over the place, but it's not something around here you see a lot. And I still don't like how uneven this is because I'm still on the fence about pinstriping, although I probably will. I'm just kind of hand trimming it down a little bit. It shouldn't peel my ink up or anything, so it should be fine. I'm going to stripe it just because I feel like it's very plain. So I have my green handy. I'm going to do that at the bottom. And I'm going to grab something for the top. Probably this yellowy one would be best. These are the 3mm tapes from this set. They're the ones I use the most. Someday I'm going to see if I can find a big set of... Actually, I don't want to do that because that's going to cover up too much of the horns if I use the 3mm. This is the 2 in copper, which I actually think I like better. So, this is the 2mm. And I think this I can ride right on the top edge. And since that top edge is so smooth, perfect. And then I'm not going to cover up any part of the horn. I think that would make me happier. See how there's room for it to slip right in and still not go to the edge of the tumbler. So it'll still leave space for the epoxy to stick to the cup itself. There. Perfect. And that color was better anyways than the yellow I picked up the first time. So, okay, so I am ready to get the epoxy on this. I thoroughly expect it to kind of sink into the vinyl a little bit just because this is matte. This is pretty bubbly, but this is the Tumbler's Lightning Cure from the epoxy resin store. I went back and forth between which cheap diamond dust I wanted to put in, but I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of the Touch of Neon. I'm not going to use a ton. I got this tool from TEMU. I actually have another one on the way, or it might be here by the time this plays, but it was like 98 cents or something. It is silicone. The scooper part, the spoon part on the other end is a little floppy. I wouldn't mix with it, this end, but it's actually ideal for scooping up pretty much just the exact right amount of my additives. So I'm going to make sure I clean that off immediately, both ends. And we're just going to get this on. Oh yeah, the neon looks great over these bright watercolors. Love it. So this is a very quick, easy tumbler. This image would also be great for sublimation, but I wanted to test the vinyl, so here we are. I've been really happy with all of the products Teckwrap has sent me lately. Well, ever, but especially lately. All these surprise random vinyls and stuff. Because even when I know they're sending me something, there's always extra goodies in the box that I don't know about, which is fun. And I just want to say, and I'm going to try and say this in the nicest fashion I can think of. Sometimes when I post a box or whatever from a company, I'll get a lot of, must be nice comments, or I wish somebody would send me a box like that, or whatever. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of hurts my feelings. It upsets me. Like, I'd rather be, oh, I'm happy for you, they sent that to you, because I work really, really hard at this. I've worked really hard to build this channel to where it's at, and it does cost me quite a bit of money in the long run to produce these videos, between the supplies, which, okay, Teckwrap paid for this piece of vinyl, but I paid for the printer, I paid for the ink, I paid for the subscription that I got the design with, I paid for the nail tape, I paid for the tumbler and the inks. It's like, it's not like I'm getting a complete kit to do an entire project from somebody. You know, and then my time investments, it's just, it gets very upsetting that every time I get something, and it's not even just the boxes that people send me. Sometimes it's just when I placed an order for myself. It's just frustrating and upsetting sometimes. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not singling anybody out. It's just, there's no reason to be jealous. I mean, honestly, any one of you watching could start up a YouTube tomorrow and build yourself up to the same point I'm at now. I'm not special. I'm nobody. I'm not one of the big names that's going on, you know, the conventions and the cruises. I'm just a little old me doing my best. So I just wanted to clear the air on that a little bit, because it does hurt my feelings. But that is it. I absolutely love this image. I didn't actually even notice any wicking into the paper on this, and like sometimes some of the vinyls, it'll wick in a little bit and you'll get like a color change, or even a little bit of a lift, because again, a lot of these products are not developed to work on resin. We just use them in that way. So you never know when you try something new how it's going to react once you get the resin on top of it. But this seems to be absolutely cool with the resin. So, and it is so cute. Again, not a seamless back, but that doesn't bother me like it bothers some people. And look at that touch of neon diamond dust over the top. It works with every single color in this. So that is it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, I will put links for everything down below, especially this super cute image. They did have other Highland cow images too in their library, so similar like watercolor ones, but different than just this one. I actually really like this designer. It was, I think, a new one I just stumbled on today, in fact, but I've definitely favorited their shop and will, when I have time, go through the rest of their catalog to see what else I can pluck. Because when I went to find 4 images today, I probably could have printed enough images for 50 cups. So, but that is it. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment. And that is it. I will see you in the next one.